errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Whether you earn it, spend it, or transfer it, B-Bucks makes it fast, easy, and convenient. B-Bucks, rewarding loyalty.
Welcome to Builders.
Is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Welcome to Builders Hardware, your one-stop home improvement warehouse. Everything you need to bring your projects to life, all in one place. From nails to power tools, we've got you covered. Our inventory spans the essential for every project, big or small. Come and find quality products at unbeatable prices. Whether you're picking up paint, plumbing supplies, or electrical tools, you'll find great deals every day. Don't know what you need? Our expert and customer-friendly team is here to guide you through every step of your project. Need it delivered? We've got you covered there too. Get your products delivered to you anywhere in the country. So come on in and discover endless possibilities for your home renovations. Builders Hardware. We think our customers are
Awesome!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Whether you earn it, spend it, or transfer it, B-Bucks makes it fast, easy, and convenient. B-Bucks, rewarding loyalty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Whether you earn it, spend it, or transfer it, B-Bucks makes it fast, easy, and convenient. B-Bucks, rewarding loyalty.
Welcome to Builders Hardware, your one-stop home improvement warehouse. Everything you need to bring your projects to life all in one place. From nails to power tools, we've got you covered. Our inventory spans the essential for every project, big or small. Come and find quality products at unbeatable prices. Whether you're picking up paint, plumbing supplies, or electrical tools, you'll find great deals every day. Don't know what you need? Our expert and customer-friendly team is here to guide you through every step of your project. Need it delivered? We've got you covered there too. Get your products delivered to you anywhere in the country. So come on in and discover endless possibilities for your home renovations. Builders Hardware. We think our customers are
awesome!
Welcome to Plus News for Monday, March 3rd. I am LJ Wade. Over the weekend, 5 bodies were found near the Rio Hondo River on the Mexican side of the border, near Saxan in Quintana Roo, Mexico. The bodies were found wrapped in black plastic bags, and each body had a single gunshot wound to the head. Of those 5 victims, 2 were confirmed to be Belizeans who were wanted by the police department. They are Aaron Tun and Michael Whitaker, both from the Corozal district. According to the commissioner, it seems that Tun and Whitaker fled Belize and joined the cartel.
We have been notified by our Mexican counterpart that yes, on Saturday morning, I think, yes, the Mexican police in Chetumal came across 5 bodies. And among those bodies were 2 Belizeans from the Corozal district. Again, we continue to collaborate with our Mexican counterparts to see what information can be obtained. But certainly we do believe that, again, based on information that the incident involving those individuals is drug related and may have been carried out by the cartels in the Chetumal area.
These men were previously wanted?
Yes, again, just to solidify the fact that our northern operations is really holding because of the constant pressure coming through the northern operations. Those individuals who are Belizeans had fled Belize and went to live in Chetumal with a view to avoid the operations. And again, it goes back to what I said before. You sleep with dog, you catch a flea. They went to Chetumal, they are engaged with the cartels. I see Belizeans asking, where is Chester Williams? I'm not in charge of Mexican police. I am in charge of Belize police. So don't put me in that. I am far away. If it is that something happens in Belize, we do what needs to be done to make sure that we investigate. And in some cases, like what our northern operations is doing, it serves as a bulwark to prevent the cartels from coming into our country and operate. And I believe that we're doing very good at that.
While 5 bodies were found by Mexican authorities, only 2 of the bodies had cardboard signs placed on them with messages. The message was written in Spanish and translate to, and we quote, "This is for all those who are charging protection fees and those who do not allow businesses like cigarette vendors. This is for the rest of you. Stop stealing. Sincerely, you know who." According to the compol, it seems that Tun and Whitaker and the other 3 persons were stealing from their bosses, so the cartel taught them a lesson.
From what we have gathered so far is that these people seemingly are operating for the cartels in Mexico, and they are collecting fees, and the fees being collected is being stolen by them. So they're not reporting to their bosses on their collections, and because of that, that is the reason why they were killed. That's my understanding of it. One of there's another person of interest that we're looking for, one Joshua Hall. He, from what we understand, was along with that group, but he was able to escape. And from what we are getting is that he's back in Belize, and we are looking for him. We do have a bench warrant for his arrest, so once he's found, then he'll be taken into custody.
As you heard, Police believe that another Belizean, Joshua Hall, was to be killed by the same group but managed to escape. Hall is now being sought by police. And 2 days before the 5 bodies were found in Chetumal, the body of Raheem Usher was found in the San Antonio area of Orange Walk in a similar fashion. Usher's body was also found with a single gunshot wound to the head and was wrapped in a black garbage bag that was tied together with duct tape, leaving his face visible. Usher's body was also found with a message. That one read, "This is going to happen to those Chapulines who continue to bring down planes with drugs." Due to the glaring similarities, there are those who believe Usher's murder and the one across the border could be connected, but despite the similarities, the commissioner still believes that Usher was not killed by members of the cartel, but rather persons wanting to imitate the cartel.
That it is separate incident. As I said before, we are certain to some extent that Raheem Usher was killed by locals. And again, I can say to you that we have good information in terms of who those locals are.
But sir, the bodies were found in a similar matter,
With the
wrapped
sign
up
as well.
on a sign as well.
If you're trying to mimic something, what will you do?
Yeah, but they did it first.
If you're trying to mimic, we have seen many cartels killing, haven't you?
No.
Okay.
That's like
Good.
that.
Go and do a research on cartels killing on the internet, you'll see them.
And while the police department is putting major emphasis on the northern part of the country as it relates to stopping drug trafficking and possible narco activity, the southern part of the country saw some activity, as last night, a suspected drug plane made landfall in Belize. According to the commissioner, sometime around 11 o'clock on Sunday night, they received reports of an illicit track of a plane leaving South America en route to Belize. The Compol says that the plane made landfall around 2 o'clock this morning, and after searching, the plane was found and destroyed.
Yesterday evening or last night, sometime after 11 p.m., a illicit truck was declared leaving South America coming our way. As we normally would do in these instances, we would coordinate through JAYAC in ensuring that we deploy personnel in different areas that we suspect the plane may likely go and land. We monitor the truck until it enters our airspace sometime after 2 this morning, and it disappeared about 2 miles away from the Belize-Guatemalan border in the south. Our counterparts have indicated to us that the plane landed in Belizean territory near the border with Guatemala in some extremely rugged terrain. And so the BDF did a flyover with the aircraft, and we also send in a jet team comprising of police and BDF to the location. And a few minutes ago, they were able to locate the plane in Belizean territory, just as was indicated to us near the Guatemalan border. So it's a jet, and it has been destroyed by fire.
Okay, so no cargo whatsoever?
No cargo was found on the plane, no.
And what about a makeshift airstrip, anything like that?
Yes, an airstrip is there that the plane landed on. From all indications from the team on the ground is that the plane landed well, was not damaged during landing, but after landing, it was pulled on the side and burnt.
Over the weekend, a resident of Benqueviejo town claimed that officers shot and killed his dog. According to Benqueviejo resident Kieran Gonzalez, police entered his property without a warrant, and while on his property, shot and killed his 3-year-old pit bull. Gonzalez took to Facebook to ridicule the police department after the incident. Today, the commissioner was asked about the situation, and according to the commissioner, police went to the home after receiving a call regarding a domestic situation that could have possibly escalated. The commissioner says that while the police officers were at the property, the dog escaped, where he was being held and attacked the officers, prompting them to shoot it.
The police had received a call of a domestic issue at that house, and police responded as they would normally do. Domestic situations are not things that we take very lightly, because we can see where it can go from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. And so when we do get these calls, we take them very seriously. And so the police went there to check into that complaint, and upon the police arrival, the young man who was the subject of the complaint, he ran. Police entered the yard, and upon entering the yard, apparently the dog was on a veranda sealed. The veranda was sealed off, but the dog was able to get away from the veranda and attack the police. And the police had no other choice but to shoot the dog. Having shot the dog, the young lady, who is the common law of the young man, requested of the police to assist her in getting the dog from the house to take the dog to a vet. Because the dog was still alive, the dog was not dead at that particular time. And so the police, again, out of generosity, assisted her in moving the dog from there to another house where she resides. Then she would have taken the dog to the vet. But it so turned out that the dog ended up dying sometime around 8 a.m. yesterday morning. The young man in question, apparently he arrived at home after having escaped or fleeing the police, and he found out what happened. At the same time, the corporal who was in charge of the Benke station at that particular time visited the house to have see if he was there, and two, to explain to them what had transpired. But when the corporal got there, he was met with a great degree of hostility from the young man and his brother, who, as you can see in the video, stood at the gate with machetes, shouting and insulting the police in the most derogative manner. And as the corporal was saying to them, it was not me who shot the dog, and the corporal was right. He was not on that operation when the dog was shot. He just went back there to have seen what transpired, and to likewise see the young man was there because he was wanted by the police. And he was not able to do nothing because of the hostility with which he was met.
The commissioner was also asked if police officers are trigger happy towards animals, specifically dogs, as this is the second incident in recent memory involving a police officer shooting and killing a dog. Former Police Corporal DeAndre Reed was dismissed from the force after shooting the Governor General's dog while on duty. So, are officers trigger happy towards dogs? The Compol doesn't think so and says that everyone reacts to animals differently.
I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. People have different reaction to dogs. I, for one, I don't like dogs. If I am around a dog, I am always fearful that the dog is going to attack me. That's just me. Other people are different. They may be more open and more receptive to dogs. So it may have a lot to do with how the individual officers feel about the dogs. And again, if it is that you have a dog in your surroundings and that dog appeared to be aggressive or is aggressing you, if you're a person who have a phobia for dogs, you will react in a certain way likewise. So I really and truly could understand where you're coming from. That could and could not be the case. I can't create a dog policy, and I'm not going to say to police officers, if you go into a yard and a dog start barking, that you step out. Stepping out is retreating. And there may be situations that will not require officers to retreat, because if you retreat, whatever is there can be gone. And also in retreating, you open yourself to be attacked by the owners of the yards or persons who may be in the yard. So I'm not going to do that now.
San Pedro tour guide and boat captain, 33-year-old Jesse James Smith, was found not guilty of causing death by careless conduct in the boat accident death of 17-year-old Oklahoma City student Logan Pratt. Today, a jury of 9 found Smith not guilty of the charge. Their decision was unanimous after 4 hours of deliberation. Pratt and her mother were swimming off San Pedro on February 14th. Reports suggest that they were snorkeling in the boat lane after being taken to the area by a local and not a licensed tour guide. The boat that was being driven by Smith collided into the teenager, resulting in her death. Today, attorney for Smith spoke about her client's acquittal.
Tell us how it came about that Smith was charged with causing death by careless conduct, and how long took the department to actually levy charges against him.
Well, actually, it's a really sad case. I mean, someone did lose their life, a beautiful young lady, 17-year-old Logan Silent Pratt. but it was a really tragic incident in which the 14th of February 2023, Valentine's Day, my client went out to do a tour as he always does, and on his way back, an accident occurred, and we're calling it an accident, no, for lack of a better word, in which this young lady lost her life. She lost her life that same year, despite all attempts to get her to the hospital, the Hope Clinic in San Pedro. As you know, San Pedro does not have a hospital, it's a clinic really. And she died, and my client was detained then but released after 48 hours. It was until 6 months later that then the DDD issued instructions for him to be arrested and charged with causing death by careless conduct. It was not manslaughter, it was not manslaughter by negligence or any of those. It was causing death by careless conduct. And then since then we went through the PI. The matter was sent to the Supreme Court here last year, about June. And the delays in part were as a result of us from the defense. But then eventually, well, of course, we had the matter that started, and you know the end result after that.
Smith had provided a urine specimen immediately following the accident, but no alcohol or drugs were found in his system. We will take our first break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Builders Hardware, your one-stop home improvement warehouse. Everything you need to bring your projects to life, all in one place. From nails to power tools, we've got you covered. Our inventory spans the essentials for every project, big or small. Come and find quality products at unbeatable prices. Whether you're picking up paint, plumbing supplies, or electrical tools, you'll find great deals every day. Don't know what you need? Our expert and customer-friendly team is here to guide you through every step of your project. Need it delivered? We've got you covered there too. Get your products delivered to you anywhere in the country. So come on in and discover endless possibilities for your home renovations. Builders Hardware. We think our customers are
awesome!
As one of the largest cable and internet providers in Belize, CBC strives to provide our customers with the highest standards of quality, value, and service in all aspects of cable TV and internet. Monitoring our systems closely, our technicians combine creative planning and state-of-the-art technology with years of experience and training to develop and provide the most reliable and advanced cable and internet service to exceed your expectations. For CBC and our team of talented engineers, technicians, and customer service representatives, delivering less than the very best is never an option.
The Climate Finance Unit, established in 2022 within the Ministry of Economic Development, focuses on accessing climate finance to support Belize's adaptation and mitigation targets. Within 2 years, the CFU has secured $166 million in climate funds for environmentally sustainable sectors in Belize. Key CFU projects include a $77.6 million initiative to enhance the resilience of northern sugarcane farmers. This project will benefit 5,000 farmers and strengthen Belize's sugar industry, a critical economic sector. Additionally, CFU is leading a $44 million IDB-funded wastewater and solid waste management project on Key Cocker to enhance the island's environmental health. Through the IDB Klima initiative, Belize can receive a 5% loan rebate by achieving climate and biodiversity targets. The CFU's ongoing work supports a range of sectors, including agriculture, water security, and coastal management, and has created over 144 jobs through climate finance projects.
Earn V-Bucks and get a chance to win a $10,000 home vacation with Benny's. quality and savings.
Start the new year with big savings on your 2025 property taxes. From January 1st to March 31st, 2025, the Belize City Council is offering incredible property tax discounts that you won't want to miss. Prepay your annual property tax by January 31st, 2025 and enjoy 15% off. Pay by February 28th and you'll save 10%. And if you pay by March 31st, you'll still enjoy a 5% discount. But wait, there's more! Senior citizens can enjoy a fantastic 35% discount upon full payment of property taxes for the property they reside on all year round. Please note, these discounts are available only to property owners who are up to date with their accounts. As you take advantage of this discount, we kindly remind all property owners of your responsibility to visit City Hall or utilize our online platform to complete your payments and to ensure your contact information is accurately updated in our system. For more details on these incentives, visit our Belize City Council Facebook page or give us a call at 227-3073, extension 261 or 264. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
Coming soon on March 17th, Builders Hardware online store. Get ready to shop for all your favorite building and home supplies, right from the comfort of your own home.
Police are investigating a drowning that took place in the Lords Bank area of the Belize district over the weekend. According to police, one Urban Bands of a Lords Bank address tried to steal a motorcycle. After he was caught, Bands tried to escape by swimming through one of the village's many ponds. The next day, his body was found washed up on the land.
Police responded to the discovery of a body at a pond in Lords Bank. Upon the arrival, they saw the lifeless body of a male person identified as Herbin Bands of Lords Bank. Information is that Saturday morning, Bands attempted to steal a motorcycle from the area. When the owner came out, he ran towards the pond areas. The police was called, the police responded, then he continued to swim through the ponds. Then he was reported missing, and on Sunday his body was found.
Do you know if he was intoxicated?
The information we got is that yes, he was at a nightclub the night when he went and tampered with a motorcycle.
So no foul play?
We are currently on investigation, but the body had no injuries.
So no foul play?
We are currently on investigation, but the body had no injuries.
A police officer was assaulted with a glass bottle at the Chill and Ice bar in Dangriga. According to reports, the officer had been in a dispute with a man, and when he pulled out his phone, the man threw the glass bottle at the officer, which shattered on impact. The man then proceeded to walk away, with the officer following. The culprit was arrested, charged and arraigned on a charge of aggravated assault. Here is the Commissioner of Police speaking about the incident.
We saw a situation in Dangriga recently where a police officer on duty was hit in the face with a bottle, breaking the bottle in the officer's face. These are things that shows gross disrespect to the police. And when it occurs, we have to stand by our officers and support them in doing what is right. So that person with the incident in Dangriga has also been arrested and charged, and that matter is before the court as well.
Belize City Councillor Evan Thompson was caught on video in a fistfight outside a popular nightclub. A video circulating on social media shows the councillor brawling with another man in front of a popular nightclub in Belize City before the confrontation was broken up by police officers. Here is the Commissioner of Police speaking about the video.
I already sent that matter to Mr. Romero, and he's here with instructions that those persons involved must be picked up and charged.
Okay. They will be charged for disorderly conduct?
Yes, as we normally do.
Does it concern you? I mean, this is such a problematic area. You know, lots of fights happening out here, and I know police, they're always in that area. But does it concern you that it seems like it's a problem that can't be solved?
I won't say it can't be solved. We just need to do what needs to be done. I think that once we constantly arrest those involved, it sends a message to other persons that if you do the same, you'll end up in the same situation. So important is for us to make sure we deal with those persons who get involved in these fights.
It was an argument, and then that led to the fight.
In a recent statement addressing this incident, the councillor stated, and we quote, "I wish to clarify that I was aggressed and acted solely in self-defense. Allegedly, the fight began due to an argument with witnesses and officers in agreement that the other man was the aggressor." Thompson then apologized for any negative perceptions of this incident, saying, and we again quote, "I sincerely apologize if this incident has been perceived negatively. It is in no way a reflection of the Belize City Council or the PUP, both of which I proudly serve with integrity and commitment," end quote. According to Thompson, no charges have been pressed against the man. 4 men convicted of multiple offenses, including armed robbery and firearm-related charges, were sentenced to prison today by Chief Justice Jawande Wegodapula. The sentencing follows the conclusion of their case related to the July 11th, 2019 armed robbery of Chef Master Restaurant on St. Thomas Street. The convicted men are Kareem Hushner, Raheem Brandon Budram, Alton Garcia, and Frank Lizama. They were also charged alongside Shane Budran and Delroy Chaplin, both of whom are now deceased. For their conviction on robbery charges, Budram, Hushner, and Garcia were each sentenced to 4 years out of a possible 9, while Lizama received 2 years. The Chief Magistrate ruled that these sentences will run consecutively with any other sentences they are currently serving. Additionally, for possession of a firearm without a gun license and possession of ammunition without a gun license, all 4 men were sentenced to 3 years on each count. However, the 3-year sentence for the firearm charge will run consecutively with any other sentence they are serving, while the 3-year sentence for ammunition possession will run concurrently with the firearm sentence. The prosecution argued that on July 11, 2019, the men committed the armed robbery and stole a firearm during the incident. They were later stopped and searched on Iguana Street, where police found them in possession of the items belonging to the victims. Some charges, including gang-related offenses and handling stolen goods, were withdrawn due to insufficient evidence. The Chief Magistrate ruled that there was no proof linking the possession of firearms to gang activity. The Chief Magistrate informed the men that they have 21 days to appeal their convictions, and all 4 have indicated that they intend to do so. According to reports, over the weekend, a mother sent her 8-year-old child to the store alone, and while she was at the store, it is alleged that a man had kissed the girl on her forehead, cheek, left hand, and played with her. The girl then returned home and informed her family of the incident, and immediately after the girl's mother left to confront the man. The mother then proceeded to slap the man multiple times before the man tried to apologize and attempted to flee. During his escape, bystanders took it upon themselves to apprehend the man, tying him up with shoelaces until the arrival of the police. Police have not informed of any charges pressed against the accuser as yet. We'll take our final break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Coming soon on March 17th, Builders Hardware online store. Get ready to shop for all your favorite building and home supplies, right from the comfort of your own home.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Hello Bemapan, welcome back to the second segment in this series of the Trade License Act 2024. I'm Councillor Chris Enriquez, and today we'll be discussing your business productive footprint and how it impacts your trade license fee. Let's break it down. Your business's productive footprint is the square footage of the area where your operations are conducted. It excludes common spaces such as agricultural lands, lobbies, restrooms, stairways, parking lots, storerooms, and shared hallways, unless they are used for profit. Your business falls under an economic classification based on your business type. This classification, as well as your zone, will further determine the rate applied to your business.
Hi, I'm Lauren Milton. I'm the Evaluation Manager here at Bemapan City Council. I know a lot of people keep wondering what we're measuring when we visit their business. So let's take a closer look at what productive footprint looks like for the different types of businesses. As you can see, we measure the area used for business purposes only. This includes retail space, dining areas, or workspaces. For example, here's how the productive footprint is calculated for a coffee shop, a supermarket, and an office space, specifically an accounting firm. Let's take a coffee shop for instance. Here we see the kitchen, the bar, and the dining areas as productive space. What's noteworthy here is that a restaurant and an ice cream parlor has similar productive space as a coffee shop. Next, we have a supermarket. For this business, we measure the entire retail floor, including aisles, checkout counters, and display areas. The storerooms and employee break areas are excluded since they are not used to generate direct sales. Lastly, we look at an accounting firm office. The productive footprint here includes the client reception, conference rooms, and workspaces where the business's services are provided. Excluded are areas like break rooms, restrooms, kitchen, and non-operational storage. As you can see, productive footprint is the usable square footage where your business is conducted. This excludes common areas like lobbies, restrooms, and parking spaces, except in cases where these areas are used for profit. Remember, productive footprint looks different for different businesses, so be sure to accurately measure your premise to ensure your fees reflect your footprint. It is important to note that Schedule 8 of the Trade Licensing Act sets fixed trade license fees for specific classifications such as traveling professionals and auto dealers.
Knowing your economic classification and accurately measuring your productive footprint isn't the only factor in your trade license process. You must also consider that there are 4 municipal zones and that your business is located in one of them. Each zone has a different guideline that will affect the rate applied to your trade license fee. As a reminder, the new Trade License Act takes effect on January 1st, 2025. Businesses without a trade license by then are subject to penalties and fees. So we encourage everyone to apply early before the deadline, December 31st, 2024. Stay tuned to our next segment where we will answer your key questions. Thank you for watching, and let's build a prosperous Bemapan together.
game, bro. Good game.
Come back tomorrow, make us school up again. See that 3-pointer that way at the calf, right?
Only one on, eh?
Hold on. Boy, you alright?
Something wrong, yeah?
Something have to wrong because you're well distracted.
No, man, at the top of the street light. The one there around my areas, nice and pretty. Watch how this one look dull and orange.
Because this one, the HPS. So if you see any other old fixture, report it to BL and BL will change it to the bright LED one then. You see one where they talk about? Just like that.
But how you do that?
The thing easy. Make I show you something. All you need for do, that go in your BL app and click the option where say street light fault, enter your location, put in the 7-digit number from the pole, press report, and left the rest to BL.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Have an old fixture? Report it today using our BEL 24/7 app, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Come to Banquet, find your way. Engines roar at the break of day. Volvo outboard surf the waves. Castrol oil is what they crave. Live with power, feel the sound. Heavy machines shake the ground. Riding Honda, feeling proud. Rev it up and shout aloud. Feel the wind against your skins. Now so wide, let's begin. At Banquet, where dreams ignite. Gear up, let's take flight. Kohler's power runs our towns. JCB lifts heavy pounds. Find the tools to build your dreams. Banquet's got the best machines. Grip the wheel and never slip. Feel the rush, it's time to trip. Every brand you know and love. Banquet fits you like a glove. Feel the wind against your skins. Now so wide, let's begin. At Banquet, where dreams ignite. Gear up, let's take flight.
Banquet, equipment, parts, service. We represent quality.
On Friday, we brought you the story of the two UB students who drowned while swimming at the Guanacaste Park in Belmopan. As a journalist, I was one of the first people on the scene. While gathering information at the scene, however, I was accosted by two officers who were on duty at the time, who threatened to charge me with obstruction of justice. The officers in question took away my equipment, telling me to delete all the files that I took, or else they would take me to the station and charge me. All this happened before they attempted to throw me into the side of the police mobile. Here is the story of what happened.
I came across the police officers with the two dead bodies. But you know, we're not really into showing dead bodies up close, so I took my step back. You know, I was a reasonable distance, I recorded them. And then from there, I went to around the entrance of Guanacaste Park to get some footage of them leaving the crime scene. But after they put the body in the truck, two of them came around to the side where I was. One of them grabbed my left hand, the other one grabbed my right hand. They put both my hands behind my back, up into like my upper back area, telling me that I won't be allowed to leave the scene until I delete the video that I took. The officer went into my back pocket, took my phone out of my back pocket, and held my phone above his head, telling me that I won't get back my phone until I delete the video, because I'm not allowed to record what they're doing with the body. I took back my phone from him, tell him I could record here. I'm a journalist, and even if I wasn't a journalist, civilians have the right to record. Took my phone back from me again, telling me that he'll charge me with obstruction of justice because I'm stopping them from doing their job. They continued to walk me towards the mobile, pushing me in my back while they did walk me. So at that point, I'm trying to reach for my phone again to record what they're doing to me. The guy took my phone from me again and told me that I'm not allowed to use my phone because I officially detained and I can't use my phone. Take my phone, I'll go in front here and tell them, well, if I'm detained, I could at least get a phone call or something like that to tell someone that I'm about to be detained if that's what you're going to do. He told me that I'm not allowed to be in this area where the crime is happening. But I'm explaining to him that, like, there's no yellow tape here, so you can't tell me where to be. And even if that was the case, the crime scene is by the river. Like, we're not by the river, we're by the entrance, the exit of Guanacaste. So, you know, they continued to march me towards the mobile. They threw me up against the side of the vehicle. And at that point, I like turned around, like, what? Like, what are they do, bro? I know they try aggression or anything like that. And a guy was shouting at me, telling me I won't be allowed to leave until I delete the video. And I said, well, I know to delete the video, so I don't know what happened. And then he asked me my name. And at that point, I guess that was the first time I could have formally introduced myself. I said, I'm Louis Wade, work PlusTV, journalist. And he looked at me up and down for like 20 seconds and said, let the man go. And then he walked away. Then he came back, started pointing in my face, telling me that if I post the video, he assume me, or it cussed me out, tell me assume me if I post the video, because the video has his face in it. So then he left me alone finally, and then I called out to him and said, yo, let me get your name or let me get your badge number so I could make a report. He didn't answer me, so I asked the other guy, can I get your name and your badge number? At that point, he showed me his middle finger and told me F off. And my name, that F you, get the F out of the crime scene. And yeah, that was the situation that happened on Thursday.
While marching me towards a police mobile, the officers stated that I was only there to show them in a bad light. As they were transferring the dead bodies, they did not have the proper equipment to handle the situation.
When they were taking me to the vehicle, he was telling me the only reason I'm there is to show the police department in a bad light, because they weren't transporting the body with like the proper stretcher or anything like that. Like, they were literally holding the guy by his leg, his hand. And upon rewatching the video, one of them is actually holding the guy by his hair, like taking the dead body. But I didn't even notice that in the moment. Like, I'm just capturing the scene of the dead body being transported. But they were telling me, you know, you just want we look bad because you see we don't have the equipment and stuff like that. So I think that played a role in it, yeah.
I plan on filing an official report against the two officers at the Professional Standard Branch tomorrow. The Ministry of Human Development, Families and Indigenous Peoples Affairs has signed an MOU with Agape International Missions Belize. Around 3 weeks ago, the Ministry and AIM signed an MOU with the goal of addressing human trafficking and exploitation alongside providing essential support services for survivors. Through the signing of the MOU, the Ministry believes that they will be able to more effectively combat human trafficking and provide rehabilitative services and holistic support for victims. The University of Belize, in collaboration with the Belize Wildlife and Referral Clinic, is currently hosting a 2-day Wildlife Ambassador program for members of UB's Environmental Club and interested students. During the program, participants are being trained on how to handle wildlife in a responsible manner, and at the end of the program, participants will receive a certification for their efforts. We spoke to the director of the Belize Wildlife and Referral Clinic, who told us more about the program.
We're here today to teach UB students to do a certification training for the Wildlife Ambassador program. That is a 2-day certification program for interested persons, from environmental resource management students to generally interested persons, as well as enforcement, NGO partners. And we talk about human-wildlife conflict. We talk about wildlife legislation and wildlife crime. And the big goal is to equip persons with the ability to recognize some common wildlife emergencies and non-emergencies, and to know what to do when they see wildlife in trouble and or wildlife is giving them trouble, aka human-wildlife conflict. A very common problem is that people will kidnap wildlife because they think they're orphaned. And we're about to start with our what we call baby season, because a lot of animals have their babies now, and then they may end up being seen by people who have very good intentions, but they don't know wildlife and their normal behavior or their biology, and then they pick them up. And they do so thinking that they're rescuing an orphan, but indeed they are kidnapping a baby, and mama is probably still there. And the best thing to do is to first observe, then call somebody who knows before intervening, to be really sure that an intervention is warranted. And if an intervention is warranted, that it be done safe. And yeah, we have a 24/7 hotline and a team that can help with response depending on where and what it is as well, to try to keep both animals and people safe. We talk a lot about One Health, which is something that is very important to recognize for the general public too, what that is. And what it is basically the connections that we have with animals, with the environment. Whether we like the environment or animals, we're connected, and it will impact us, and the health will as well. So we're trying to explain that and encourage people to help us protect animals to ultimately protect humans.
We also spoke to Samaya Young, the president of the UB Environmental Club, who told us a bit about her experience in the program.
The UB Environmental Club, our motto is serve to conserve and let nature educate. What we try to do is provide students at the University of Belize with opportunities they wouldn't normally get inside a classroom. For example, this training. In a classroom, we wouldn't learn about how to care for wildlife or the steps necessary to take when encountering a wildlife or an injured wildlife. So we find that these opportunities are necessary, one, to build our skill set on our CV, but also to provide them with opportunities they wouldn't normally get. So that's why we partnered with the Belize Wildlife Referral Clinic to give them this training. So we learn myths about different creatures and if they're true or false. For example, the porcupine don't shoot their spines from their body, so that's false. Or that the mom of a bird, if you touch it, won't take it back. So we also learned that that's false. We learned about the laws and how to take care of these animals.
How many people do you think are...
Our good news for tonight is taken from Psalms 27:1. It says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. I will fear no one." And that's the news. Thank you for joining us. From all of us here at Plus TV, have a good night and God bless.